Well, hi. All right, good morning. So today we're going to talk about fear. That's right, because fear is just about a part of everybody's life, just about every day, whether you recognize it or not, But what happens with fear is that it becomes a little bit more, how should I say, predominant and in your face when you're about getting ready to try something new or do something that you're afraid of. So whenever you're on the brink of something like a change in a job, or some sort of difficult conversation that you've been meaning to have for a while, or changing your life, your diet, giving something up, anything like that, it's really easy to not do something because you're afraid. And let's just talk about fear, because there are a lot of people that are like, I'm not afraid, I don't know, and fear is a part of everyday life. And it's like, if you don't think that fear can change the world, I mean, look at March 2020, where the whole world went into panic and everything shut down. And we were all like double triple sanitizing our hands, our faces, the doorknobs, the fruit, because we were afraid, right? But what's interesting about that is that the fear we recognized was external, and we were being told that there was something to fear by the experts, the authorities, etc. I'm not talking about that kind of fear, right? That kind of fear, for everybody, we would agree, is real. I'm talking about the kind of fear that remains unrecognized, that you don't acknowledge because you're too tough to be afraid, or because it's not okay to be afraid, or some other such something like that. And the work that I do, that's what I do. I help people get over their fears, and it's hard work. You know why? Because smart people have become really accomplished at hiding their fears behind their successes, behind the cars, the money, the status, and everything like that. It's really easy to hide the idea that you might still be afraid when you have stuff, because the world goes, oh, well, they're successful. They must not be afraid. They must have mastered themselves. They must be able to do almost anything. It's why we're always shocked when, like, some celebrity goes into like some kind of like nut job psycho phase and like shaves their head and walks around looking like, they forgot their meds, or they're about to like blow their brains out, because it's real. Fear is real. And we think that people who have success and stuff and money don't have fear and don't have issues that need attention. And that's a lie, because we all have them. And maybe you have big ones you haven't been confronting, or maybe you have little ones. And I'm more concerned with the little ones, because they're harder to find. They're like a needle in a haystack. So when I start working with somebody, who's stuck, right? So intelligent people might not say that they're afraid, but they'll say that they're stuck, right? Because stuck seems to be an acceptable word. Oh, everybody gets stuck once in a while. But you're stuck because of your fear. You're stuck because there's a place that you won't move into because it's just too scary. And a lot of that is reinforced by limiting beliefs and age-old voices. Like every time I swim in the ocean, I think about my mother, and don't get too now, don't do this, don't do that. Or why do you do that, right? Because she has fear of something happening to me. Or, a riptide or some other thing that I don't have fear of. But when I get in the water, her voice comes alive. Because I do have, actually, I just lied, I think. Did I just lie? I think I might have just lied. I'm saying like I don't have fear, right? So isn't this hysterical? I'm saying, well, I don't have that fear. It's my mother's voice. But of course I do. Because the voice can't talk to an ear that isn't listening. So I have to have some fear. And the trepidation magnifies the voice, right? So when I work with people, that's what I'm trying to do. And you know what? That's why my work is difficult, because people don't want to do that. People don't want to amplify that voice. People want to be like, oh, no, it's not there. I'm fine. I'm good. And yet, I'm watching people, my peers, my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older, like be absolutely in complete justification of health issues, denial of health issues, denial that the things that they're doing to handle their health issues are or aren't working, being unhealthy, justifying it, want to be like, oh, I need to be comfortable where I'm at. And in fact, if your fear is manifesting in physical realities that are painful or uncomfortable, you need to look at that. We all need to look at that, because if you don't look at that, it's only going to get worse. right? That's just the way life is. What you resist persists. These are the laws of physics, laws of attraction, and laws of nature. It's not ever going to be any other way, right? So you can't be walking around like, oh, I'm okay in my body, and then be like hating yourself when you get home and like trying to feed yourself celery sticks because you just ate a bacon cheeseburger and you just don't know what to do next, right? This is the fear of powerlessness, and we all have it. This is the fear that comes up when people are ready to make a change, and I'm ready to make a change, and I have to do some big things, and I'm a little nervous, and I'm uncomfortable, and I'm afraid, and you know what? And it's going to be good, and it's going to be all right, and I'm happy to do this because I have to do it. I mean, I can no longer sit in some kind of stoic, reserved place being like, oh, everything's fine, when I want to be a better human being than I was yesterday, right? So that's what I'm reaching for, is my highest self, and I hope you are too. So if there's anything you want to talk about to make any kind of changes in your life, feel free to message me or email me at Nicole@NicoleDevlin. And thanks for sharing time today.